Yee! How's it going? Video log like 6. I already should be having like a list of things to talk about because so much shit's happened in like the past 4 days. Um, I think one just came to mind now is how you're like saying you'll be getting progressively like more and more depressed and you're like more annoyed at the video logs. But I think this one's gonna be the odd one out because I feel fucking good. But that's just partly because of the I don't know sort of the fitness and shit I've been doing. Fucking the gains, boy, the gains. Already working out. Fucking just off the bat, I found myself in yet another place that I'm going to have to adapt to. You know, I think Alan certainly. I've been like telling you guys a bit about like the shit that we have to do, like the meal songs, and just like playing all these kind of like team building games that you'd be doing with the kids. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to adapt to that and get used to it. So that's pretty interesting. I just heard someone walk past. Whatever. Yeah, it is a bit gay. But just I'm probably gonna learn a lot from this. I do have very little patience, very little like sort of like I don't even really know what to call it. Like sort of just like having like lots of energy and being quite sort of goofy and like sort of doing that sort of shit. So I'm actually gonna have to pull that out for the kids. I'm actually gonna have to actually act a bit differently, but we'll see how. I'm sure I'll be fine, But it's just like because you're around people that have done this before, and it's like sort of become a part of their personality, and it's a bit strange. And that was part of like the sort of culture shock was not only the the accent and just like being in Canada, but was also being around people whose lives are like to kind of entertain children and to help them through life. So in a sense, they've sort of become kids as well. In a sense, so that's kind of that's a bit of that's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with, and I have been dealing with, which is cool. I've got the gappers with me, so the Aussies are the guy from South Island, Harry, and North Island, Alex. So there's a middle ground. He's sort of a neutral kind of to fall back on and sort of and keep to check things out, see where things are, which is really cool. I don't know, a few funny things that have happened. I've already told you about the sauna. Right? There's a bald eagle that is probably going to be chilling out around camp, and that today decided to grab one of Zaya's shirts that was hanging up on the clothesline, so it just grabbed it and flew off with it, and we had like a meeting at the waterfront, which is like by the dock, and the bird's just like on the dock with Zaya's shirt, just ripping it up and fucking like sending shit flying. So we're having a chat and this bird just chilling, eating, tearing apart Zaya's shirt. So that was pretty funny. Yeah. Kids will be arriving to next week. So all of this week has just been making sure that we know how to teach them, basically. So going through rock climbing, high ropes, archery, all that stuff, and just making sure that everything's set up. Pretty cool. One thing probably that I'm probably going to find a challenge will be this thing called campfire. So you have to hit this up, get a little fire going, there's all these seats, and the kids sit on the seats, and you sort of get up on the stage, and you kind of interact with the crowd, or maybe you can do your own little song. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Maybe, I don't know, learn how to play the guitar the right way. So that's going to be a fucking fun vlog, won't it, I've got no problems with like getting up there and doing a song. It's just I want to do one that's actually going to be good, So, and one that's actually going to have a bit of, actually going to have an impact that people are going to enjoy. That would be the hardest thing. Oh yeah. So I run this like down the road every morning with old mate Harry. A couple of days ago, there's a bear sighted like running across the road that we run down, which is pretty cool. We've been looking out for it. Um, just today, there was a cougar sighted close to the lake, middle of camp. So there's definitely some shit out there. Hopefully, we get to see it. It'll be awesome. Stay tuned for that. I know just some more gay shit. I've seen a woodpecker, a blue jay, a robin, some kind of sparrow. I wasn't sure what it was. There's lots of newts chilling in the water. I've actually like jumped in and grabbed one and like held it up, like squirming around. It was apparently pregnant as well. I talked about it on the chat. Newts are actually very poisonous, if you wouldn't believe it. When you're walking around like the side of the lake, there's this stuff called skunk weed, and it smells like marijuana. Haven't yet tested it, so stay tuned. There's also like these slugs going along in the ground called banana slugs, and they're fucking huge, man. Like really big slugs. And apparently, if you find a licorice slug, which is like jet black, and you lick it, your tongue will go numb, and it tastes like licorice. So we're gonna me and Harry are gonna test it out. Lick a slug together. Lick each other's slug. We did this thing called the Giant's Ladder. You probably know what that is if you've done high ropes before, but that's like, or just basically a big ladder going up between two trees. With like planks of like varying length, so it gets like harder and harder to like reach up and pull yourself up. So normally 4 people go at once. We had 3 people going, and it's kind of like just a team building exercise to get to the top. So that was really fun. Probably one of the funner activities I've done so far. Just because it's easy to kind of to be told what to expect and what to do and then to do it. Because I would have enjoyed this game called Animals today. It's cool. It's like when these are predators, and then these are herbivores, and the predators eat herbivores, and it's like these food stations, and one of those games. But it's quite unorganized, and it took ages for like it to be explained, and then for the game to happen. And when that shit happens, it just makes you fucking suicidal. Like it's not. I'm not. It's just. I wish there were sort of better ways for that stuff to happen. Certainly, for people like, I guess I'll be alright explaining it because I've sort of played the game before and it wouldn't be too hard. But if you've like never played that game before and you're like, alright, explain this pretty complex game, you need to have like key points outlined. So hopefully we get a chance to do that before we head into next week. Or if not, I'll just make my own notes. It'll be sweet as. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but that's Zai on the violin. He's really talented. Really, really cool guy. Probably the closest friend I've got on this camp, which is pretty cool. As a camp instructor, I'll be taking like sort of a group of kids to different stations to teach them how to do archery, rock climbing in a day. And I may or may not have someone with me. I think for spring, I probably will have like another dude with me. Sort of help, for us both to go through it. Makes it a bit easier. And then at the end of the day or something, we like report to the coordinator, which is like kind of the person sort of the same age as us, but has like been through a bit more than us. So that's pretty much the outline. Then the coordinators head up the dude above them, which is Hannah, and Hannah reports to this dude called Luke, and then it sort of all goes up like that. It's all pretty straightforward. In spring, the people that come, these sort of like I think they're called a chaperone, or like it's a sort of teacher or parent that comes with the kids and sort of looks after them, helps you look after them. So that's pretty much how it's going to work. It's really simple. It's really good. Yeah. He's fucking good at the violin. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I can just listen to that forever. Oh, the portaloos smell like bubblegum. So when you're taking a shit, it's like shit mixed with bubblegum, which makes for an interesting perfume. There you go. I'm sure you wanted to know that. I'm sure that was essential. I wish I had more to say, but I don't really think it sounds relevant. Most of the shit I've probably said doesn't really mean that much. Yeah. Man, I really wish I could say. I feel like I should be saying more, but I can't really think of anything. I guess the days are getting warmer. There you go. Getting paid in 2 days as well. In about a week's time, I'll have to hit up, be able to go into Victoria for a little bit. Hopefully try and meet that guy called Jake Steele. Do some weed. Find out what he's all about. That'll be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, might as well. Alright. Fucking walls are a bit thin. But, oh shit, it's gonna sound fucking gay, but like... Oh, before I say it, gay, retarded, just like, and swear words. No go. When you're addressing a group, it's not hey guys, it's hey everybody, you know, gotta keep it gender neutral. And I'm in another place that I have to fucking adapt to, eh? I don't know how this keeps happening. Anyway, yeah, okay, so, fuck, I swear someone's listening, but like... Nah, I reckon I'll save it for another time. Have a good one, eh? Yeah.